Hey everybody, it's me Chris. I'm back over here in the kitchen, and today I'm going to show you how to take the breast off a turkey in preparation to make a turkey roulade. So I got my turkey here. I already washed it. I took out all the insides. I washed it thoroughly with water. I dried it very well, and I got it on my poultry board. And I'm going to use, to do this, 2 knives. I need a smaller flexible knife to help scrape away the breast from the bone. And then I got my sharp chef knife. I just want to make sure it's nice and honed before I start this, and we'll just go right into it. So the first thing I want to do is to remove the leg. So I'll just show you one. And you want to kind of, if you pick up the leg and use the weight of the turkey, you can cut away the skin here and just take a look inside. If you bring the leg back and bend it, you can come along and you'll find the joint in here, and it should be easy to cut through. You shouldn't have to work overly hard if you find that spot. Just take your time, and you can see how nice and easy that whole leg just comes right off. I'm going to put it onto my roasting pan. I'll take off the other leg and I'll show you how to do the wings. Okay, so my legs are off, and I'm just using a paper towel just to kind of keep it nice and dry so that my hands don't slip. And you notice what I did with those legs. If you can't find that joint, just take your time, and you can bend it open, and eventually you'll see the articulation, and you can just cut right through it. So now for the wings, I'm going to turn the bird upside down and do the same thing. I'm just going to cut an incision, and I'll bend it back, and you can see the joint here, and just cut through. And it should be minimal resistance. You shouldn't be struggling to cut through. There's no bone that you're cutting through. You're literally just cutting right through the joint. That's one wing. Let me take off the other one. Okay. And again, just an incision. Bend the wing back so you can see what you're doing. Find that joint. Just gently with your knife. There's no rush. The turkey is dead. He's not going anywhere, trust me. You can cut right through. You're not cutting through bone. You cut right through the joint, and you removed the other wing. So again, before we get to the next step, I'm just gonna come in with some paper towel and dry it off a little bit. All right, so the turkey has no legs and no wings. So the running days, the flying days, or trying to fly, those days are gone. That's the end of this turkey. Now look. Now I want to remove the breast. I want both sides, both breasts, and the skin on top in order to make my roulade. So if you just feel here, you can feel there's a breastplate in there, and you can kind of get a sense of where the entire breast is. I want to come in now. I'm going to turn this to the side, and I'm not using my right hand at all. I keep one hand clean, and that's the hand holding the knife, obviously. My knives are very sharp, so I only use one hand. And I can see there's almost a natural outline here of the breast. So I'm going to start towards the rear and just try and press my knife. You can feel the bone up against the breastplate, okay? You'll hear it scrape. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear that on the video, but just very gently along that breastplate and start to work it away from the bone. Straight down to the front of the breast, and take my time, and I'll go all the way till I get to kind of the center, and I'll show you what to do from there. Okay, and now we're towards the center, and look, if you look down, you can see the other breast here. So this is ready to come off in one piece, and what'll hold it together is the skin and the connective tissue that's already there on the bird. So without piercing through to the other side and piercing the skin, I want to finish loosening this side from the carcass. So go very, very slow at this point. Okay? And I think that's good. I'm going to flip this around and start to work on the other breast. So I flipped my bird over, and again here you can see the natural kind of fat line, the outline of the breast, so you know where to begin. All right? And remember, you want to keep the skin intact, so just slowly start to cut away and I'll go along the length of the breast and keeping that knife onto this breastplate. And that's really the trick here, okay? So I'll come to the back, and then I'll just start to work this away. Continue slowly cutting it till I get close to the middle where they meet. And I really want to be careful at this point. You don't want to cut through, pierce the skin, because you'll separate both of them. Okay. Now I can feel that I'm right towards the end. So now it's very, very important to go close to the bone. And we want to, the trick here is to wedge this away. See, I kind of got it clean from the top of the breastbone without piercing the skin. We want to keep one solid piece. And I'm just going to go along, follow the bones till I separate both breasts. And you can fold it out this way so it's easier to work with. And then we'll clean up the fat at the end if there's any connective tissue. But again, I'm not piercing the skin. I'm just taking the whole thing away in one piece and turn it a little bit. Take your time. Okay, I can see I'm getting to the end here. And then the bone here kind of sticks up a little bit more. Okay, so I'll come around that guy. And we're just about there. And then at the end here, you can cut away some of this looser skin at the end. Okay, so let me get this carcass moved out of the way and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so let me show you what we did here. Now if I flip this over, you can see that I've kept a lot of the skin intact, right? And that's actually what's holding these, mostly what's holding the two breasts together. This is a small bird. This is about a 12-pound bird. All right, so now I'm not done yet though. I gotta flip this guy over and finish cleaning it up. So I'm gonna spread him out, and you'll see here I have one of the tendons, and you can just scrape down with your knife like this, and it works better if you have a piece of paper towel, and I can just pull that tendon out and then I'll discard that. All right, and I'm just checking now to see if there's any additional tendons or some of these bloodlines we can cut out. I just want to clean up the turkey a little bit. Okay, so I'll take this off. And you see this excess neck skin and connective tissue. I'm just going to take that all out of there. I don't need a bunch of skin when I make my roulade. I just need enough to hold some of the moisture. So I'm going to take this whole piece and I'll get rid of that. I'm going to take this excess fat and cut that out. And I think this looks pretty good. A couple of pieces over here that I can get rid of. One little bloodline and some extra fat. And really this only takes, I mean, well, for your first time it might take you a little longer, but if you've done a few like I have, about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes if you really want to be meticulous about it. And this is what you call a deboned butterflied breast, and you can see one of the tendons here kind of just came off, and you could just put that right in the center to fill it in a little bit better. And this is ready to be prepared to make a turkey roulade. So that's pretty much what I wanted to show. All right, how to debone a turkey. And really the reason I do this is, number one, you get to keep the whole turkey, right? So you can roast that dark meat separately and have it. And then number two, it's about half the price, where this is 99 cents a pound, whereas a deboned or even just a regular turkey breast on its own would be at least $1.99 a pound. That's even on sale. So this is ready to prepare. You can cut the breasts, separate them, and make two separate turkey roasts. You can do whatever you want at this point, but it's deboned and it's ready to go. And in my case, I'm gonna make a roulade. So you gotta try this at home, right? Don't pay the extra money. It's easy to butcher your own turkey. You just gotta take your time, and you have to have some idea on how to break it down. So hey, don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching the video.